is Blonde, James Blonde. Felix Darker, our friend in the States, has warned us of a potential attack on a local racing circuit in the southeast of England from the international crime organization Sim Racing Alliance. My mission, if I choose to accept it, is to determine if SRA has the speed and skill to carry out such an attack. I'm going to have to kiss a lot of beautiful women to get to the bottom of this. But it's worth it for King and Country. But till then, what we know is this week's race is full of aces. It's race night. You know what we're going to do? We're going to light them up. Thank you, darling. Ugh, that's terrible. I said shaken, not stirred.
Welcome back to the beginning of another Sim Racing Alliance season. It's been a long break, and we're back.
But it's been quite a long break, and I think you, me, and everybody involved with tonight's action is super excited to get going.
So they got a straight fight the rest of the night. He's going to have to make a move. That's a Punterino.
Serious pressure from Boostra. Trying to switch on the inside. Smitty goes on the inside for the defense. Oh my goodness, right in between.
He's going to dive to the inside of both of them. They're going to go three wide corner.
And we're off and away for SRA.
We are back in the SRA lair for another week of criminal racing villainy. As usual, I'm your cameraman, Jess Osborne. I'm joined by Jeff Spangler and my teammate, Selena Boonstra. Welcome to the booth. How are we doing this week?
I'm doing very well. And we are also back with a, what are we? We are now round 5 of the GT3 team series. More than halfway in now. How are we feeling?
That's right, kicking off the second half of this season. I'm super excited. I know you and I are walking on cloud 9 right now after P2 and P4 finished respectively last night. Jeff, how are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Bit of a unfortunate start to the season for me, but the last 3 rounds have been pretty good. Yeah, I think I finished P7 last night. Not quite where I started, but you know, as we will perhaps get to, you just keep churning out top 10 results and good things can happen.
That's right. And before we get any further, though, I gotta ask y'all, have any of y'all spotted an oafish but charming, obviously new secret agent stumbling around asking about plans? If he says ask anything about pit strategy, don't tell him a thing.
Yeah, he was around the water cooler earlier today. He was acting really, really suspicious. So I got the hell out of there real quick.
Good. Well, you know who he's not going to be able to spy on our drivers because they are already taken to the field. It is dark out there, but they are queuing up, ready to go. It's that early hour in the morning where nothing good happens except hard work and a lot of times villainy. And that's what we're going to see on track tonight, I'm imagining, on turn 1.
Yeah, very tricky turn 1. You know, usually you want to qualify as high as you can, but on this track, you want to qualify on an odd numbered spot so that you have that inside line going into turn 1. I can attest from last night, it's easy to get hung out to dry and lose 1 position. If you're lucky, perhaps more than 1 if you're not so lucky.
These drivers are just on their outlap. So before we focus the camera on them, let's take a brief look at our driver standings. The results after last week. Kelvin Lau came out of nowhere for a victory that put him on top of the driver standings. Jared Troxclair had another average finish for him, but he's still slow and steady. He's winning the race for him. A mere 7 points behind Kelvin. Ian Wheeler also having a similar performance. CJ Meek stumbling a bit and suffering for that in the driver's standings. He's within spitting distance, so, of that podium.
Yeah, I feel like we've talked a lot about Wheeler and Meeks. They're consistently up near the front of the field. But yeah, Kelvin kind of coming out of nowhere last week. And Troxclair, yeah, flying under the radar. As I said, you string together good results, you'll be in a good spot. I think he's finished fifth, seventh, and third with the podium last week. So I'm going to say he is one to watch out for this week.
Definitely. And yeah, you put it well. It's a good spot to be in because the side effect of that consistency. He hasn't really checked in with his drop race yet, and some of his competition has, so he can phone it in tonight. He can finish last, and he's still going to walk away with 77 points. And our silver drivers have taken to the field now and starting their hot laps. Who is out front? Is that driver number 87? Matt Anastasi, leading the pack right now.
Also, to say, Porsche leading
right.
the pack at the moment.
That's right.
You'll love to see it.
Always Porsche season, but this week it's particularly.
Exactly. BOP. Yep. Thank you.
I'm the biggest BOP complainer there is. It's kind of my bit at this point. But, you know, it's good to see different cars have their day in the sun. And I think we could probably all agree that any BOP is better than no BOP at this point. And over time, you know, things will get more dialed in.
Definitely.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I trust Dahy. He's a genius.
Indeed he is. The man behind everything, pretty much.
Him and out.
Yep.
Well, no, sorry, I can't let this go. Our BOP chief is definitely Brooker, so it's all Brooker's fault. Okay, let's just get that out there right now.
Matt Anastasi first across the line for his banker, and he sets the bar pretty decently at 24.3, and nobody else is besting it yet. Russell Allen down by a tenth, Dunham as well. Higgs by 0.3. The track is only fast, and it's quite cool. So it's no wonder these drivers are struggling to dip into the 23s like we're going to see soon, I'm sure.
Basically,
Yeah,
the silver class is just paving the way for the gold drivers to make it optimum.
Yep, that was
Like
just what I was going to
Zamboni.
say. They get the short end of the stick this week.
Ryan Anderson's laying down that rubber right now. He's 7/10 up on his previous lap, 8/10 up, climbing and climbing. And don't worry, folks, this qualifying is only early in the morning. The race will be later, so we'll be able to see what's actually going on.
But unfortunate for the drivers, since it'll be quite blinding at turn 1, so that's going to be pretty tricky. I know I was like kind of struggling, but that wasn't too bad. As long as you know your footing at where to brake, you're good.
Muscle memory, and I turned down my monitor brightness. What's this, Matt Higgs?
Oh, yeah.
Yellow flagged at that. I didn't even catch it. What happened here? Oh, he just bailed out. Interesting. This is the middle prime time of his qualifying window. This isn't when I would be returning to pits unless I had to.
Well, good thing you teleported back to the garage before the meter maid could issue him a parking ticket.
Before I could get it in, yes. You can't park there, sir. Polly, excuse me, one sec. To do that. Swap to Windows. Desktops. I don't know how to get back. We are back. And Smith yellow flagged into the wall. McLaren, what happened to him? Oh, just 1 inch of tire on the grass, and the car just snaps out of control immediately. Been there, done that.
Ooh.
Well, Matt Anastasi still holding on to provisional pole, looking real strong tonight in the silver division. He's kept pushing that lap down. He's into the 23s with some room to spare. 23.69. Mastillo and Chan as well, but they're both more than 2/10 behind him.
Yeah, Matt Anastasi is the coach's silver pick for this week. So maybe coach is onto something.
Oh yeah, that's for sure, because currently he's up by nearly 3/10 at the moment, so he's definitely on his banger. But as I just said that, he lost a little bit. Oh, and there's a roller coaster of emotions where it went down and now his delta went back up. But it's still pretty solid nonetheless. He's up by 2/10. So that'll put him still on provisional pole. He's locked in pretty much so far. Unless
23.4, leading the field by almost half a second.
Yep. Colin Dunham just right behind. Oh, now is in P3 currently for the time being, up by 1/10.
Oh, and Mastillo, who was up, just yellow flagged and invalidated his lap, and so did Brandon Chan.
Oh.
Losing valuable opportunities to strike back at Anastasi. Josh Damiani as well after turn 1. Looking like he's having difficulty getting his footing on turn 1 in the dark. Can't blame him. The only reason I knew where I was braking was because of engine RPM, the engine note, not visual cues. Does that make it echolocation? Scott, let me know what you think.
You're a bat.
Not many people improving yet. Smith, currently bottom of the standings, is though by half a second. That's huge. I'll get him a couple spots on his silver drivers, and hopefully a few on the gold. They do go up.
Yeah, a minute and a half remaining on our silver qualifying here, so folks that are getting towards the end of their laps will be hoping to come around in time for one more after this. But time is running out. Our gold drivers are also starting to queue at the pit lane exit.
Scott Smith gonna improve by 0.8 up for P13. Ollie Hartman coming around, gonna get his last lap in. No improvement on this one.
Anastasi seems to have found some of that time he was missing the previous lap. Over 2/10. Fire Queso flirting with 3/10 as well.
Yeah, Matt Anastasi is really fighting to keep above 2/10, but he just kind of lost a little bit going through that corner, which I have no idea what corner that is, but he lost quite a lot of time after that, unfortunately, once again.
Defender Shark looking in good form this week. He had a bit of a tragic race last week, wrecking out late and finishing last. I hope he has a lot better luck this week. Looking like he just might, at least among the division.
Hopefully so. Comic Racing.
And the time is ticked down for our silver drivers. They'll be finishing their laps. And here's the train of gold drivers ready to put in their hot laps on this rubbered-in track. And we are in optimum now. And 1 degree warmer. We should see them definitely putting down that time, if not for skill, then for conditions. Who's leading them? Jacob Palmieri of Tire Sim Racing.
I'll be mad if I don't say anything, but I believe it's Tier.
Tier? Okay.
Shark has got some support in the chat. Let's go Shark.
We love our land shark, our defender shark.
Woo! Yes.
How Cloudy is needing his support to the coach.
Red. And our drivers are queuing up on the final corner, finding their bit of space front to back. Who's out leading the front? Palmieri. Let's ride on board with him now that it's starting to light up a little bit. You can almost see things. Not quite. You can't. Headlights all the way.
Yeah, definitely headlights.
Barely holding on there. That corner loves to fling me out.
Yeah, this corner here, in my opinion, the trickiest on the track. Any corner heading onto a straight is obviously very, very important. And your foot flat up over the top of the hill here. Very easy to lose traction there if you're not careful. Here you're braking as light as you can. Try to avoid the grass, but don't go wide. And here's where you just have to send it.
Gotta eat that apex.
Yep.
Oh,
Buckle
yeah.
it up and pray.
Fly over it and pray, yes. This
Yep,
one too,
exactly.
same thing. And this one too, just a
Corner
left
here, yeah. Very tricky. It's hard to brake at the right moment so that you can carry your speed as much as possible. Yeah, Brands is a roller coaster. There's really no breathing room.
It really
You
is.
come around your final corner here, you think you got a little bit of time, but then wham, turn one. I forget how many stories you drop, but it's a significant amount. I can only imagine what it would feel like in a real car.
Oh, yeah. All that
my-
gravity.
My stomach would be in my asshole.
Yeah, honestly.
Thank you
So
for
much
that.
gravity to deal with.
vivid description.
You're welcome. So our gold drivers trickling in now for their banker laps. Nothing extravagant yet, but unsurprising, Ian Wheeler putting his banker up in the top 10 to begin with. Not too shabby. San P13. And both of them immediately improving by more than a quarter of a second each. Jared Seckham, P13, pushing Nick Sand down a spot. Most of these drivers are immediately putting in times that last night in D4 we were praying to put in if we were lucky. All the stars aligned. Unless you're Selena, and then when you're just really fast and you do that every time. I don't understand it. I pulled out like 4/10 out of my PB yesterday after lots of practice. I couldn't quite reproduce during the quali, but even with that, I still wasn't quite at the top. Like it, I don't know. This track is wild. And we got
It's
some
such
fast
a roller
drivers.
coaster. Yeah. All you gotta do is just hope and pray for the best out of that qualifying lap, because invalidate.
Eric Marecki pushing himself up to P8. Just pushed down to P9 now. Wilson, P7, pushed down to P8 by Nick Sand, who snagged P6. And Kelvin Lau, our race winner last week, is less than 2/10 off provisional pole right now. And Ian Wheeler is even less.
Yeah, Kelvin is coach's pick for D2 Gold this week. I believe he was finding his way into the 22.8, which is excellent pace.
Sorry, did you say
And,
22.8? Jesus Christ.
I did say that, yes.
Wow.
Just makes me feel bad. That just hurts my feelings. DJ Meeks finding his form as well, recovering from last week. He's provisional pole now. Don't forget about me, folks.
And there he is on provisional pole. Remember the name.
Alex Krochik stealing P6. Oh, and he's pushed down to P7 and then P8. Landon Dreebs has found himself in the top 10. And P5. And Wilson has put himself in big improvement. Oh, here comes the coach, Michael Jeffries, around the final corner with 7/10 in his pocket. What's he going to do with it? Oh, I know what he's going to do with it. He's going to go from P29 to P14.
Ooh. Heck of a jump.
Guy man person about to do something similar. So is Adam Santana, actually. But first, Guy finds P22. Yeah, let's look at Adam Santana now. He's got a whole second in his pocket. Hot laps cocked and loaded. Don't point it at anybody. 1.2 seconds. 1.3. Can he find 1.4? He'll find himself in the top 10 if he does. He's looking for it. He's finding it. And by the skin of his teeth, P9. Huge jump. That is exactly what he wanted to see.
Nick, with maybe a little Nostradamus moment here. Nick F and Stan, he says in the chat, and Nick responds by jumping up to P4. Kelvin also finally finding some improvement. With the 31 to put him in second place. Anastasi still
P8.
Yeah. Matt Anastasi though still holding fourth place, well in front of Dunham on the 13th. So he's loving that right now.
Really overperforming.
Nice big gap. Nice big gap for the field there. See a lot of red on the timing screen.
Yeah, not a lot of improvement in the top 10.
But yeah, you can tell guys are really starting to push. With just over a minute and a half to go here. Now's the time. And if you got out early, you might have time for one extra lap. So that'll be something to consider, especially as you know the track is continuing to rubber in here.
John Archie's found a third of a second. Got to bring home a clean sector 3, and he's going to find himself halfway to provisional pole. He loses a bit of it on the last corner, but still a very healthy improvement up into P9. Pushing Krochik out of the top 10. Meeks continues to improve though. He's remaining unassailable. He says, I'm the best and I'm going to stay the best.
He's just by a 10th. Taking that right home for one extra lap with a 122.9. Wow.
And he's doing this without any best sector either.
Yeah, that's crazy. And he just actually, his exit was not really that pleasant, as he just lost quite a bit of time out of that. Still trying to hold on though.
And time is out for qualifying. Everybody's just going to get to finish their laps. And right now, the only major improvement I'm seeing is Coach Jeffries with a quarter second. Who else? Second's got a tenth or two. And they bring it home. So Roxclair. So a whole half second off Meeks. What a big disparity. I wasn't expecting to see this. I was expecting to see all the top 10 within like 5/10 of each other. Or, excuse me, within like 3/10. Not 5/10.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting to see, all things considered. And Meeks looks like he just invalidated his final lap. Oh,
he's not sweating.
Hate to see it. Yeah. Well, he's in pole, so that was a very solid run by Meeks.
And Boardman improves up to P16, and that is going to do it for our qualifying tonight. In a moment, we'll be hitting the track when the sun comes up. Put in your bets now in chat. We don't have bookies, so don't expect a payout.
I think by the looks of it, we are missing 2 drivers. Jason Allen and Douglas Mitchell. I believe.
I could have sworn I saw a M6. But I
Yeah,
guess
that's
not.
Evan Kim.
All right, we'll start our track walk. CJ Meeks and Kelvin Lau in the front row with Ian Wheeler and Andrew Wilson behind them. Jared Seckham and Jared Chuxclair. I believe those are 2 Jareds there.
Yep.
Yeah, on row 3, then we have Matt Anastasi, our top silver qualifier, with Alex Krochik. Nick Stan with a livery this week. Way to go, Nick. I knew you could do it.
You did
Look
it.
at that sprunk Lambo. So
You
proud
did it. You did it.
So proud of you, man.
Hooray!
Landon Dreebs
Woo!
alongside him. John Archie in a brightly colored Audi. I really like that. Eric Marecki, Adam Santana in the Baja Blast BMW. Followed by, I believe it's Colin Dunham. I looked at these names and I still am messing them up. I am. Okay, good. Jason Allen in 15th. Eric Boardman, as we saw, improved up to 16th place there. Brandon Chan, teammate of Kelvin Lau, in 17th. Defender Shark in the 981 McLaren there. Guy Manperson. And wait, I thought I already said Michael Jeffries. Am I having a stroke?
Yes.
Oh, I must be having a stroke. Oh, no. Adam Santana. Okay. Santana, Jeffries back in 20th. Paulie Hartman, John Carbo in the blue McLaren there. Ivan McCroat next to him. Then we have Fire Queso, followed by Josh Damiani. David Mastillo. Brian Anderson. Scott Smith. Got it. Matt Higgs. Russell Allen. Sean Williams. Jacob Palmieri. Andrew Anderson. Oh, there's the M6 I saw. It's Evan. Evan Kim.
Welcome
and
to
Joel
Chili's.
Moffat round out our field.
We have a chat favorite to win tonight. The Coadroma says McCroat easy from 23rd. Got an eye on you, Ivan. I want to see the recovery drive. Come back in this injury.
Jalen and Rowland. A fun fact, I was perusing the standings. They are right next to each other with 203 and 202 points respectively. So
That's funny.
yeah, the Allen team is consistent, if nothing else. A little cloudy, El Jefe Jeffries. All right. We'll see. Coach has got his work cut out for him this week.
El Jefe the Jeffries. That's the full title, right?
So while we're watching them go around here, I think it would be a good time to talk about our pit requirements for this week. This is week 2 of mixing it up this season. So we will have a 58-minute pit window as normal. And we have a 25-second fixed stop time. And that is enough time to refuel your car. So it makes sense to kind of split your fuel pretty evenly. and optional tire change. Which will bump your pit stop time to 30 seconds. So a little variety. We'll definitely be seeing people. We won't really be seeing any major undercuts, I wouldn't think. You want to take advantage of having those nice tires halfway through. So I think we're going to be in for some very exciting racing this week.
Indeed, and I expect
this
that
banger of a track.
I expect the tire swap will be popular because that pace is necessary.
Oh yeah, Brent is pretty interesting when it comes to the tires, especially for the Porsche.
We are rounding the start-finish straight, and any moment we are going to be go.
Green light, give it all you can.
Green, green, green. We are off and away for SRA, and both of our front-run leaders are getting an equal start. But CJ Meeks has the inside and loves that. Immediately he's through, but his teammate, Ian Wheeler, has got to fend for himself.
I think Kelvin's going to hold him here.
Oh yeah, he just had that very good stretch of a lead out of that exit. Very solid run by Kelvin Lau, followed by Ian Wheeler right behind, and with Wilson also following for that little, actually, large train, obviously at the start.
Side by side in these first couple of corners. There'll be a few more before everything gets sorted out. You're seeing some disagreements right now on who owns this line. Instead of McLaren and the Honda touch.
Pit window is open.
They're almost going 2x2 through here, and we've already got tragedy. What is this? Adam Santana?
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, no.
I was hoping
that
for chaos, but not this much. Let's catch Kelly Cannon for 2 seconds before. Here's your replay. Oh, and so he gets spun. They both go wide, but he's still on the apron, and he has become a roadblock, and that is pretty predictable. That turns into an immediate parking lot. And I don't think anybody's very happy to see that happen.
Wow.
Well, grab your vomit bag if you're in that BMW. My goodness, spinning around like a top.
Jason Allen is, I think he's back to the pits. He's in the back of the pack, and I think he's in the pits now. Him, Fire Queso, Paulie Hartman, Adam Santana, Jason Allen, and Brian Anderson. Oh, wait, maybe not Brian Anderson. Also to the back of the pack for that one. Certainly to lick their wounds and fix it. Yeah, the pit window is open, so they'll be fixing that. Scrambling to fix their pit strategies, I'm sure. It's now
Oh yeah.
To get to the end. Yeah, we got chaos tonight. I'm loving it. Well, I'm loving the chaos of the race. But nonetheless, our front runners are still having a race. CJ Meeks and Kelvin Lau still in second to each other. But yeah, that is enough. So Lau leading the whole train all the way back from P12.
Yeah, looks like we've got Fire Queso and his teammate Paulie Hartman in the pits with Adam Santana and Jason Allen as well. So unfortunate for those guys, but we'll keep an eye on and see who else maybe gives it a lap or two before deciding to pit. But yeah, obviously those guys got the worst of it.
I'm being told the game audio is too loud. Thank you for the feedback. I hope it's fixed now. What's this about the mic falling from my face?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds good.
If there's reverb or that kind of thing, I can't really help it. That's just my apartment.
Don't listen to the haters.
I was quiet for a while? Interesting. Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. Thank you for the feedback. Oh my goodness, we're going 2x2 through here in corner 4. Look at this. Nobody's trading spots yet, but I think that's going to change in a moment. John Carbo looking up the inside of was that Sean Williams? Oh, the vortex of danger. Who is this getting forced off? Oh, Ivan McCroat having to dodge John Carbo, who just got forced off. They're very lucky that didn't end up worse. But Guy Manperson is wanting to rejoin. He just got sent off the track. and has nowhere to come onto the track without getting totally obliterated, as he just obliterated himself. Rear end snuck out of him the instant he touched that the grass out there. That is brutal.
Yeah, I think that's the first of many such instances we will see of that tonight.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Ivan McCroat sending it and just bonks Josh Damiani right into T1.
Oh, he gets collected 3 times.
Oh, no.
He held this unfolded. Oh, he gets a yellow Lambo up his inside. That's how that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, and he drifts back onto the racing line. Oh, 3 times. Oh, yay. He's going to be feeling that one in the morning. And he's still out there in the beach trying to get going. Josh, we are so sorry.
Oh, we truly hate to see that one.
Oh, look at that car.
We would definitely have the recovery vehicle lifting that one over the barrier and retiring it for the day.
Yeah.
Colin Dunham is getting super racy with Brandon Chan. Let's hop on board for this. I think we're going to see some action very shortly. I think chat's right. It is a real shame. We spend countless hours every week preparing for a fun race, and 50% of us lose the chance to have a fun race just because 1 or 2 other people. This community is not what it once was. We're pursuing spectacle instead of fun now, all for the camera. Can't believe it.
I couldn't agree more, Jess.
Yep. Agreed.
What we should be doing is doing both. We should have fun for the camera. That's what Mastilla's doing.
Smith right beside each other, and Mastillo actually gets a solid job of that overtake into Druids. Nicely done.
That makes me very happy to see. I know David's not been super happy driving the Lamborghini. I'm not a huge fan of it either. At one point in practice, he set a fast lap, and I said, "Way to go, you driving that ox cart around this track. It really feels like it's made out of wood." But anyways, yeah, so good job there, getting a pass completed. But Scott Smith is still hanging in there.
Right, still within striking distance. We might be coming back to them. As far as pitting goes, it looks like the only people who are the people who were caught up in the mayhem right at the start. Everybody else, like the top 20 drivers, is elected to stay out, which makes sense to me. I can't be sure what they're doing, but I know Selena and I, we took like 60-30, 30 refueling, right? To have like a semi-flexible second stint. But there's really, and we definitely saw this in some discussions behind the scenes, but pitting early definitely has its pitfalls with this pit strategy, and based on our blue flag rules. So yeah, if these D2 drivers learned anything, it's probably that they should stay out for as long as they can.
Yeah, if you're towards the back of the field and you want to pit early, you can get caught by the leaders. If you're towards the front, you can run into cars that haven't pit yet.
Oh my goodness. Landon Dreves just pulled off the move of the century for Brands Hatch, the kind of move I wish I could have pulled off cleanly. We got to go back and watch this again. From Helicam this time, he got just a beautiful run on Seckham. And without skipping a beat, said, "I'm going to put it up his inside, I'm going to hit the apex, and I'm not going to miss anything. If anything goes wrong, it won't be his fault." Look at this. He says, "I'm doing it. We're doing it." Pinned it. And Seckham tried. He wanted to sweep through the apex and take it. He was only afforded the outside, and he could not hang it out there. That was a really good move.
Yeah, I'll say well done by both drivers there. You know, you could say good.
Dreves is already behind Seckham again.
What happened?
They must have traded spots while we were looking at the replay. Life comes at you fast.
Oh no, that was Dreves and Krochik, I believe. Krochik and the McLaren.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Life coming at Ivan McCroke fast. off of turn 1, stumbling through turn 2, and just lost the spot to who? To Fire Queso. Oh, we're going side by side. Evan Kim is bringing the spice on to Joel Moffat. Ends up ducking out before turn 5. Man person might be back on the attack. Yes, y'all are right. That was Krochik. Ooh, getting a little wiggly there. I don't know how the Audi drives around here, but that looked really unconfident to me.
Oh.
Go ahead.
What's this? Colin Dunham into the gravel at TU1 for a second? I just missed that.
Seems fine now, but looks like Moffitt just snuck up Sean Williams inside on turn 1. Evan Kim wanting to capitalize, but couldn't find a line. Almost lost his rear end there.
So taking a look at our pit info here, it looks like we have had one early taker on a normal stop from what I'm seeing. It's about a 54-second time loss for a 30-second stop, but 25 seconds.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
No.
CJ
The
Meeks
race leader
in the
The
wall.
race leader in the barrier. Oh no.
Oh, and he's been there for 15 seconds.
Yeah, that was a long while. He was, I think, did he have like
I'm
a
gonna miss the
2-second lead
I know.
early on before that?
Catch the replay now. All right, what happened to him? No, just a simple loss the rear end. Don't tell me. No. Okay, next corner. What happened?
Yeah, it's the end of the straight here.
If I dialed in the replay numbers correctly, are we gonna catch it? Oh, he's way too deep. Broke too hard. Rear end comes out, snaps back. Oh, and he clips the barrier too. If he didn't clip it right there, he would have been fine. That is brutal. So CJ Meeks falls all the way back down to P29 after presumably serving his pit now. No, he is not yet. Interesting. I am so lost.
Yeah, I would imagine minimal damage there. I mean, he just scraped the wall. It's probably worse off on his tires, if anything else. But to get back to what I was saying, I do believe we've had one early taker in the pits with a 49-second stop, Jacob Palmieri. So he has pitted. He's elected to pit early, and he has not taken tires.
Interesting.
So we'll keep an eye on him. He's currently in 28th place, up 2 spots from his P30 start.
Sure, he'll waste no time getting back into the fray. He's 30 seconds from the leader, like you mentioned, and he's got the best lap times. So every lap, as long as he can keep his head down, he will be reeling that in slowly. And around here, every position is worth points. So it's always worth sticking it out.
Oh yeah, for sure. You never know what's going to happen at Branch Hatch, like we've seen earlier, and even in D4, where it's just that odd time of, you know, just having someone just randomly snapping into like a corner, and it's just they just leave the track and into the dirt. You never know what's going to happen.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
exit look
the
at
track
this!
right into our
Guy
friend Barry
Manperson
R.
struggling to keep it out of the back of Matthew Higgs. It's the Lamborghini fan club down here. Oh, Guy Manperson sends it up the inside on turn. What is that for? Very nice.
I believe
move.
so. Yeah, right onto the train. Yeah.
2 inches between the
Side
two.
by side. Well, this looks familiar from my race last night.
Yeah,
On lap 1.
I was here twice last night. I was in the Lambo's position. Defend! Defend! Is Audi really going to pull it off? Manperson does.
It looks like he does.
He did what my haters couldn't.
Very clean. Very clean. Love to see it by a guy man person.
Eric
With
Boardman
Matt
in the
Higgs
pits.
right behind him.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. I was finished.
Big beneficiary, obviously, of Meeks' fortunate accident, of course, is Kelvin Lau, who has stretched his lead up to just under 2 seconds.
Oh, you know he's thanking his lucky stars.
I mean, if they're going to hand it to you, you better take it.
Yep.
Yep.
And Guy Manperson is just finding fights with everybody tonight, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's lost 4 positions so far. So understandable he's chomping at the bit to get back up to P19.
He's trying to find every inch of the track possible to just try to make a move, even though he's back by 4/10. But he's not going to give up that easily.
No, I mean, you can see how quickly he's left Matt Higgs in the couple cars that he was previously with. He's left him behind real quick.
Higgs
Ooh,
into
yeah.
the pits.
Oh yeah, we just caught a glimpse, and there you go, Andrew Anderson and his teammate there in the coffee-themed Lamborghinis. I suspect Mr. Manperson will have a little bit more difficulty because obviously these guys are teammates. They're going to want to coordinate, keep in front, keep moving.
Both with the last name Anderson, so that's going to be interesting.
Wait a minute. Isn't this dude that oafish secret agent? That
They're letting
Martini
him drive?
charger?
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's sloshed.
Oh,
side by
God,
side through
Manperson's
here.
making the move, and he actually stakes it. Very brilliant move.
Ryan Anderson looking up the inside, though. He can strike back if he wants.
And he's not done yet.
The space is left, and that compromises
Oh.
Manperson's line a bit, but so was Anderson's, and that he's going to have to settle for staring down that tailpipe for now.
Beautifully done right there. And we've gone motor racing. Clean racing.
Oh, Brian Anderson would 10th. He really is wanting to strike. He's just not finding an avenue.
Oh, yeah. And now he's in a teammate sandwich. He just has to get by Andrew Anderson.
Come on,
He's a
Agent
second ahead.
Blonde. If you want to foil our plans, you're going to have to go a little faster than that.
Well, maybe Guy will end up outsmarting Agent Blonde.
I'm guessing that's some kind of Starbucks breakfast sandwich that he's in the middle of there. Maybe a croissant?
Croissant.
Croissants.
Olin Dunham hanging all over the back of the coach. Coach with a little wiggle.
Oh,
Moving off
and Guy
out of the final
Manperson with
turn.
the wiggle. Oh, Evan Kim
Ooh.
apart there. Oh, wow, that was but Guy Manperson just still keeps his position, but don't know what happened to Evan Kim though.
Caught the replay. Start
Yeah.
of Sector 3, a little too much curb on the left. Like y'all said earlier, it wouldn't be the first time we saw somebody make this mistake today.
Yeah.
I suspect Evan will be having a word with his setup guy about that one.
Yep. That's for sure.
Matt Anastasi sitting real pretty for our silver drivers. Let's see, he has lost one spot the race so far, but yeah, he's still got great points. Not a silver driver in sight of him.
Now closest there, Defender Shark, who looks to be about, what is that, 6 seconds behind? So he's a little less comfortable than he was at the start of the race, but still in a good spot for sure. So it looks like Guy Manperson still creeping up on the back of Agent Blonde there, but Ivan McCroat looks like he might lose out here, perhaps more than one position coming through T1. Are we going to do 3 wide? Do I have 3 wide?
We get 2 wide.
No, looks like 2 wide.
2 wide's all we get. Well, that's enough wide.
Let's see, but Ivan does have the inside coming into the next corner, and he does actually... Look at that. Makes it stick. Oh, but I believe Brian Anderson is not finished yet, but didn't get quite what he got out of that one. With Fire Queso... Oh, actually, whoops, my apologies. Okay. Fire Queso is a blue flagged. There's no fight there.
Scott Smith was reeling in Mastillo, but looks like Mastillo's got his pace back. Like he'll be able to hold off Scott. But what happened here? That did not look like a kosher pit entry to me. Let's see it. Oh, that's very fast. Little love tap, hip check. Guy Manperson trying to attack again. Going around the outside of Andrew Anderson before turn 5.
Oh, yeah, I just somehow missed that. He's already behind Sean Williams. He's just flooring it now.
And he's wasting no time trying to pick his way through the field.
Already closing the gap by now 4/10. He really is on the charge, that's for sure.
Looks like Seckham and Dreves making their way through this blue flag of Jacob Palmieri, who elected to pit early.
Oh, close call there after Evan Kim coming out of the pits. Kind of compromised a little bit for Sean Williams and Guy Manperson, just for a little bit. Things are all well, though.
Oh, Chan on the attack. Is he going to get him in the penultimate corner? It's Brandon Chan on Defender Shark, and Defender defends the apex. And I don't think Brandon's going to be able to drive around the outside of him that fast.
Oh yeah, that's going to be very tricky to even... Well, probably not at this point with the sun blaring at your face, but...
Yeah, that's a confidence killer
still
in
a
a
tricky
braking
turn.
zone.
Oh yeah.
I think he's going to get him with the old oopsie daisy there. Let him run a
Yeah.
little
He
deep through
does.
turn 1, and yeah, well done. Nice move there, Brandon.
Very solid.
Nick Sand into the pits, and Colin Dunham nearly into the back of the coach.
Oh,
The inside's
He's,
left open. He's not defending it, and it is sent. Stamp's been licked. Can Colin get the exit that he needs out of here? Because the coach got it, and the coach now's the inside for the next turn.
oh, now he parks it right on the racing line. That is the coach.
Landon Reeves just got second. Let's see it. Oh, up his inside in the entrance of Sector 3. Oh, and the Beamer nearly was able to follow him through, but had to tame that rear end. And Nick Sand leaves right behind Eric Boardman.
Okay.
And Marecki into the pits, letting John Archie through. So yeah, as we approach the midway part of this race, one by one these drivers are calling their spot to tapping out just to equalize the tire wear, I'm guessing, and minimizing the amount of time that they've got full fuel. But yeah, like I
so
said earlier,
far-
I think the taking tires is going to be popular because you're only adding 5 seconds to your pit stop, sometimes even less. Sometimes you'll get it for free if you're already, depending on how much fuel you're adding and if you're repairing and whatnot. So yeah, it's that sometimes 5 seconds penalty is probably worth the pace. Or drivers into the pits.
Yeah, definitely. 9 times out of 10, it's a no-brainer to take tires. Here at a small track where it's very, very hard to pass, it's at least worth considering. But on the flip side of that, if you do not take your tires, usually you pop into the pit the way we run our races, and you're stopped there for 3.2 seconds or so. This week though, you're having at least a 25-second heat cycle on those tires, right? So if you don't change your tires, it's already very cold, and that makes it even
thought
worse.
about that.
Yeah, your tires are cooling
yeah.
off, and then that opens up
is
the
true.
possibility for graining because you got to heat them up again.
Oh.
And then tire pressure. Ooh,
Sean Williams
Sean
into
Williams.
the green. What happened here?
not having a good time.
See it from his perspective.
Here it comes. But he dips it right there.
Rear end kicks
on the
out. Yep.
grass.
Drift City.
Oh.
Snap City.
No wall though, so that's good. And he has not pitted. I would imagine he will be stopping and getting rid of those tires as fast as he can.
Yes.
On the radio
That was his
with the crew
sign.
chief right now. But yeah, you can also smash a lot of pressure out of your tires here very easily. So
You could also
another thing
smash
to
that
consider.
subscribe button.
Yes, yes.
Exactly, yep. YouTube, Twitch. Right there. Sim Racing Alliance.
If you like what you're seeing and you want to be part of this on track, check out our website, www.simracingalliance.com, and join our Discord, discord.gg/simracingalliance. Get in on this action. Live stewarded races, 3 a night, 2 nights a week. We have divisions for everybody.
And broadcasted as what you're watching now. So if you want to watch yourself,
Watch yourself!
you're not doing. Watch yourself. Yep, Sim Racing Alliance, the place to be. Oh, and actually, speaking of the place to be, Landon Draves is into the pits. He was in, I believe he was in P5, and now he's down to P11, so...
Oh, and Evan Kim is pointed the wrong way. Was in P28,
Oh.
and now he's not.
Again?
Yep. Looks like it was
What?
turn 1. For the final corner. It was the final corner. Lucky to keep it out of the wall. And he gets rolling along with, got in front of him, Landon Dreves.
All right, so we are just about at the halfway point, and we are seeing a lot of cars coming into the pits now. Kevin Lau, Jared Troxclair, Ian Wheeler had already pitted. And I would suspect within the next 5 minutes or so, we will probably see just about everybody make their pit stop, and I would think change those tires.
Imagine
We'll be
a
able
few
to
might
tell you
stay out if
exactly
they've
what's
got
going
clear
on.
air. Maybe. John Carbo losing it in the middle of the lap. I think he just made the same mistake we saw a few minutes ago. Gonna touch the left? No, he doesn't. He just takes too much curb and goes straight off. Same spot, though. Oh, and hits the wall at the end.
Russell Allen into the pits. Whoa, little bit of a Cole Brown moment for Eric Marecki coming out of I guess that final corner.
What happened to him?
He dipped his tires just a little bit on that final corner, and he kind of like did a little wiggle moment. Thought he was gonna lose it, but he caught it very nicely. It's a little Cole Brown.
Our
No
current
biggie?
race leader, Wilson, into the pits.
Yeah, I'm not sure who caught some traffic, or perhaps Ian had some clear air, but Ian Wheeler is less than a second behind Kelvin now.
Oh, look at this. We got 5 people diving in. Everybody is calling it quits now.
Yeah, pit lane is busy. Yeah, pretty much at the halfway point, or just a little bit over the halfway point, is where everybody is just taking that chance to, I guess, take tires for that extra 5 seconds. I mean, halfway into the race, you're going to do like that 50-50 for the tires. Half hour on first part and a second on the second set of tires.
Andrew Wilson leads the pits right behind his teammate, Josh Damiani. On very different laps, though. And Jared Troxclair is coming up behind them, both of them, blue flags to him. In the midfield, as these all these drivers have finally pit and found each other again, we've got a race again. If John Archie can reel in this gap, we'll have a 5-way fight for P10.
Yeah, looking at time in the pits, all around 53, 54, 55 seconds. Unfortunately, I had to restart my race control, so I don't have complete data, but I'm going to hazard a guess that Palmieri is probably the only person that hasn't elected to take tires based on what I'm seeing.
Palmieri was in the pits for 49 seconds. Only stopped for 27. Or maybe he didn't take tires. I think tires is minimum 30, right?
He definitely didn't, yeah. It would be right around 49 seconds for that 25-second stop. But yeah, as we see here, mentioned it briefly earlier, Wheeler has closed up again on Calvin Lau, and we will get a good 26 minutes of watching these guys race one another, which, if you ask me, is a lot more entertaining for us, for folks watching, and as a driver. You really can't do a massive undercut like we see a lot of the times during our normal races. So I'm sure it's clear,
We got
my
some
opinion,
unique conditions today.
on what it does for the racing. I think it's great.
If nothing else, I like variety.
Yeah, absolutely. Variety is always a great thing. You know, I don't think it says anywhere in the rule book we have to have every race the same way every week of every season, but it's definitely good to see some new things trialed here and there.
All right, this fight for P10 is popping off. Eric Boardman and Nick Sand are going at it. Nick Sand did reel in that gap. Now it's John Archie's turn to join the fray if he can. Porsche just kind of missing the apex there. Inviting Boardman in. Oh, look at that. The Porsche clearly taking a more of a U line. Boardman trying to prefer a V. Not finding room to do it, and that is inviting Nick Sand almost up his inside. The race is on.
Yeah, Nick with some bobbing and weaving there. Never let him know your next move. Looks like he got a pretty good exit, but I think Boardman is far enough ahead that he's not going to have to worry about him at the end of the straight here. Speed trap here. You would not be surprised to learn that it is the M6, 247 kilometers an hour with our top speed. Boardman, bit of slide action through there, but keeps it together and is going to not have to worry about a challenge there from Nick Sand. Runs it a little wide.
Almost too wide.
Yeah. This track, you can run it wide a lot of times and not lose much time, if any. But the more you do that and come back onto the track, exit the track, you're tearing up those tires a little bit.
We got a blue flag getting wrapped up. 2 blue flags getting wrapped up in this P4 fight. Eric Troxclair and Andrew Wilson. Next up, need to get around Sean Williams. Follow Ian Wheeler through. I think our blue flag guy is going to have real tired arms by the end of this one.
Yeah, that's for sure. All that waving, the amount of blue flags.
Yeah, definitely a tough, tough track to be blue flagged at for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know, everyone's running their own race. Not a lot of great areas to pass, especially through this part of the track where we're watching here. Eric Marecki looking to find a way around John Archie.
That can into the
but
pits.
yeah, it's all right. Yeah, that leaves. Ooh,
What
there's
was
Susie
that?
sideways back
Yanni
there.
just parked there.
Poor. I think that's the second time we've seen Josh stopped somewhere on track.
That's truly unfortunate.
Saw that happen.
Here it comes.
It's a lot of curbs, sir.
Yep. Yeah. Ooh, he caught the wall. Similar thing happened to me last night. I ran out wide, lost a spot. I didn't know it at the time, but that would be a very big determinant to how the rest of my race went, but unfortunate for Josh there.
More like Josh Dead Miani. Get him out of here. Ban Jumpy Whale, ban him. Off with his head. Privileges revoked.
Right, David Mastillo leading our race. Clip that. He'll send it to his parents.
I'm
So they
on
can-
camera.
Yeah, so they can be so proud of him. We're
Yeah.
a race leader right now.
There you go. Even though if you're in P1 and still has a pit, it's still a special moment nonetheless.
Hey, it's P1 is P1.
Exactly.
That's what I was
Don't let him
telling
tell you
myself
anything
last
different.
night.
Yeah. Just one day.
One day.
One day.
Well, one thing is for sure, David will certainly have some fresh tires for the last whatever amount of time he has left. He will have the best tires on track. As we're approaching our 20-minute mark,
Evan Kim.
Evan Kim off again,
Same
screaming
section.
at his engineer, no doubt.
Yellow flag, so he goes deep to let everybody through. Or blue flag, excuse me.
These flag guys here don't know what they're doing. They were probably waving both flags at the same time?
I don't know. They probably know what they're doing more than I do.
Well, you look at the replays, you see them waving green flags when they shouldn't be.
That's
They
true.
probably
They
don't
aren't
pay
the
enough money.
quickest on the draw. We finally got a 5-way fight, though, for P8. Matt Anastasi's got to be sweating right now. 1 foot out of place, and he's going to lose 4 spots. Oh, and looks like somebody's just put a foot out of place. Colin Dunham in the middle of Sector 2. Let's see how that happened. Oh, he's side by side with the McLaren at Defender Shark. Is that Defender? Yes, it is. And he just runs himself wide.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping there was some contact.
Oh, Colin Dunham just losing it and right into the wall. I didn't quite see that angle, but it looks like he just like lost it, like dipped his tires in that little grass area, and he just whee right into the wall.
Who turned on that magnet?
Oh, you truly hate to see it.
Ian Wheeler has found himself within a second of Kelvin Lau. So, just like us last night in D4, we've got a race for P1 all the way to the end.
Oh, yeah. And boy, that was spicy.
Yeah, it looks about like a lap difference in terms of when they pit. So Kelvin has been out there for a lap less than Ian, so he has slightly fresher tires. They both had about the same stop time. So it'll be interesting to see how they handle the rest of this 18 minutes that we have to go and any potential traffic to navigate. If Ian can stay there and catch traffic at the right time, he might be able to make a move. As Scott Smith looking to make a move around Joel Moffitt, getting a bit of a run here.
Just a small one, not enough to beat him in the braking zone.
Yeah, he looks like he was trying to set up his exit there, but just wasn't quite enough close enough to get anything done. Also, yeah, Porsche worst car for wing cam here. The wing is so big and
so high.
That
It's very big. It's a big boy.
Andrew Anderson on our D1 broadcast was getting confused because he couldn't see the car behind Porsche last night and thought they were alongside. Easy to do, I understand. He probably had a few vodka martinis last night as well, so. Quite a train here. The all aboard the Boardman train, if you will.
We will.
Okay, good.
Willow into the pits.
Yep.
Which brings Kelvin Lau and Elon Wheeler right at the front. P1 and P2. With the Wheeler just only 7/10 behind. So there's still pretty much of a lead right there between the two for a battle.
I haven't seen him send it yet, but he's maintaining that gap in the slipstream.
Oh yeah. Well, that looks mighty familiar from last night.
Alright, so everybody has pitted, and it is what it is from here on to the end. 16 minutes of action, guys. I'm excited.
This is quite out of character, very early. Yeah, I guess these the new rules this week encouraging this, but normally we have people staying out as long as possible. So, good to see a change here, and yeah, we've got everything sorted early, so now it's time to put in those last 10 laps of fighting. Everybody knows where they shake up. Now it's their last chance to change it.
I will point out David Masello, last car to pit. He's got a couple cars behind him, so I'm sure he will be happy to have those fresh tires. Nobody really in front of him. As it looks like, I'm guessing that was somebody letting somebody by there. Teammate coordination here. Ooh, no, it was not.
No too much of that turn 2 curve. Over rotation.
Gonna guess that was Josh.
Now it's Trocic.
Okay. All right, that's unfortunate. I was gonna say probably Josh with those older tires.
McCroat and Palmieri side by side into turn 1, but Palmieri's got the inside.
I believe Jacob's having a pretty good day, about as good as you can, perhaps, from starting, I believe it was P30. But yeah, he pitted early, did not take tires, and finds himself up in P21. But I think this will be worth keeping an eye on. Ooh, it looks like he's carrying damage as well there. That hood does not look like it is firmly affixed.
Oh.
Looks like I did the body work.
The damage and the old tires, he will have a lot of work to keep those cars behind him.
He is definitely underneath a pressure cooker, all things considered, with his damage, older rubber. Definitely underneath the pressure. I've been Croat looking to go a little bit into the dirt for a second.
Up front, Ian Wheeler has fallen back from Kelvin Lau a little bit. About 1.5 seconds.
Oh, unfortunately, Evan Kim back into the barrier.
Reacquainted with Barrier?
Yep. He's just not having a good race, unfortunately. I don't know how many times he went into the barrier, or at least off track. But he's definitely not happy. That's for sure.
Language 10 in the chat. Get Mark Cuban on the phone. This cannot stand. That sounds like the ravings of a madman to me, unless I'm missing something. What does Mark Cuban have anything to do with it?
I don't know. Diego's crazy. Ignore him.
Diego, are you a Mizzou fan? If anything, Evan stands on business. Mizzou football stands on business this season.
Standing on business.
Yes, sir. Gonna have a great matchup with Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl. Evan's that close to Mark Cuban. What, like a Mavericks game or something? Floor seats?
Oh, look at this! Smith up the inside of Joel Moffitt in turn 2. And they go side by side into turn 3. Smith with the outside, and that's not where he wants to be.
Come on, Joel.
Oh, but he looks like he beats him to the braking zone, and in fact, Joel gets a little bit loose. Yeah. Nearly under attack by Guy Manperson too.
Yeah, that's a tough corner. It's so important too. You got to carry that speed, and as we're seeing Moffitt now under fire from Guy Manperson. But yeah, it's very important to get good traction out of there, and if you don't, you find yourself in Joel's situation. And it can kind of mess up the rest of your lap. Right now, he's thinking, he's like, "Oh no, I lost one spot." Now he's got a blue Audi in his rearview mirror.
It kind
of makes the rest of
your
lap.
Exit out of there. It's the person behind you has a lot of options. They can, depending on how far back they are, they can try and drive all the way around you, or they can just switch back up to your inside. That's not where you want to make a mistake.
Right, your lap is toast at that point, and you got to get it back on track. And the guy behind you has probably gotten a good run out of there. And can kind of pick and choose. Oh boy.
Oh, we're figuring out who's going to go 2x2 in turn 5.
John Archie.
Oh, look at... Is that a blue flag? Oh, I did it again. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh, I was wondering what was happening.
Big sand yellow flags.
We were moving in slow motion there for a minute, I think.
Yeah, I accidentally switched virtual desktops.
I believe somebody got punted there. I'm not sure.
I think it was Nick Sand lost a couple spots just now. And Eric Marecki gets around John Archie.
Justice for Nick Sand.
Oh, Brandon Chan's getting into the thick of it. He gets around Sean Williams. And he's hunting down Nick Sand. Look at this. Is he going to send up the inside? It's a wide track. No. Not today. Not this day. That Beamer up ahead, though, looking real wide. That's going to slow up Nick momentarily. And in fact, he does.
Oh.
Nick trying to sneak up his inside, and he ends up pit maneuvering him.
Oh, no.
That was a close one. Fortunately, they get pointed the right way, but Brandon Chan is licking his chops at that. Snags P11 for that for free. But it's not over. Jared Seckham just sent it up his inside on turn 4. But the switchback by Chan is on the way. Can he? Looking on the outside. I don't think he's got enough speed to match him on brakes. And he will not.
No.
Yeah. If I'm Brandon Chan's crew chief here, I'm on the radio telling him to cool it because he is on. Oh no, fire queso. Hate to see that. What I was saying, Brandon Chan is P2 silver, so yes, you wanna. Well, there we go.
How many times have we seen this?
Oh, dip those left tires. Bad things happen.
Yeah,
but Brandon Chan P2 silver, so you know it's only natural as a racing driver to want to pass everybody on track, but you got to keep in mind.
He's wide again and lets the Porsche of Eric Boardman through.
Yeah, big picture.
On Dunham, just a 10th off Defender Shark, and Defender misses the apex. That invites Colin up the inside, and he's going to take the apex of turn 2. I don't think Defender Shark can hang it all the way around the outside, and he doesn't. Colin Dunham taking P15.
Yeah, this is an important battle for the last step of the silver podium here. Dunham and Defender Shark. Dunham looks like he's carrying a bit of damage on that dark colored Lambo, easier to see. Kelvin Lau has opened up the lead gap to over 2 seconds, pushing 2.5. His previous lap, he was half a second faster than Ian Wheeler, but Kelvin does look like he's about to run into some traffic. So we'll see if that changes.
That could be the catalyst.
And look who's in P4. We talked about him at the beginning of the broadcast. Attempted switchback here from Matthew Higgs.
Yeah,
he might have it on the inside.
He had his nose alongside.
Yeah.
He did.
Like Palmieri just drives up wide. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Palmieri didn't have much of a choice there.
Now,
damaging old tires.
Underneath Brian Anderson. Under his fire.
Damiani and Evan Kim yellow flag. Troxclair yellow flag. Oh no! Not Troxclair. Oh, and it's tale as old as time.
I'm gonna say that was enough of a gap from my mentioning him that you cannot pin that one on me.
No, that was definitely not commentator's curse. Nobody was looking at him.
Yep.
But sorry, Troxclair. Nonetheless, he's still P5 though. He didn't suffer too harshly for that. And yeah, with the P5 finish, that's exactly what he's looking for. Slow and steady so far this season. That'll keep him in the top 3 spots.
Yeah, 5 races in, and if your drop round is a P7, you're in good shape.
Yep, good spot to be in. Droma, a replay we've seen so many times, yes. Swap the car and the livery, that's it.
Yep.
Yep. You could have done that at least once last night, Koa.
Wish.
I do wish. Instead, it was me hopping the curb. Unfortunate. Koa, I want you to know those were friendly light flashes. I was urging you to hurry up.
Have a good time.
Yes, yes.
Something I'm surprised we haven't seen yet is any drive-through penalties.
Yeah, that's very interesting to see. We're being very clean so far.
Area stop
Yeah, I
go
think
in
there was a
sight.
few. There was a few last night in D1. There was definitely a stop go 30. At least one of those.
Yeah, I saw somebody in D4 having a stop and go 32. I don't think I've seen many drive-throughs though.
At this track, you have to. I don't know how you can go fast enough, honestly, with the way this pit entry is. To earn a stop go 30 for your pit entry, but
Yeah,
it's
not
possible.
without hitting the wall.
Yeah, exactly. I nearly cooked it, my pit entry. Like, I genuinely thought I was gonna hit the wall because I was like so speedy through there trying to like maintain my position.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Push it to the edge.
Yeah.
Arbo yellow flagged. Pointed the wrong
what's
way. Out of turn 1.
Oh.
Play this
Let's see
back.
where we're gonna fly. Oh, and guy man person trying to send it up on the I think outside for a second. I looked away. Oh. Joel Moffett in front.
Oh, and Nick Sand finally is sending it up the inside of Brandon Chan on start of Sector 2. And up ahead, Jared Troxclair just lost out to Matt Anastasi. Rather rapidly. That must have been a momentary off track there. And here nearly comes another one. Brandon Chan sliding through that corner, inviting the coach to look around his outside on the final corner.
Oh,
but he gets driven wide
on the rear axle. Wow. Woo.
Have to live to try another lap.
Yeah, Brandon Chan sparring with the coach.
Good old-fashioned battle. Always love to see it.
I believe we have only 2 laps left to go in this race.
Yeah, gosh, where did the time go?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that went by very quickly. Quite a lot of entertainment, that's for sure.
Don't look now, and we don't necessarily have to look now, but Ian Wheeler's within a second of Kelvin Lau, our leader.
How did that happen?
What?
Ian Wheeler
I
said,
confessed.
I'm back.
I was not watching them, but
Oh,
there
that's
is
how.
traffic.
Blue flags. The
Yeah,
traffic,
they're
the
in
chaos.
traffic now.
It's the
that was,
catalyst.
Yep. 2 other cars up ahead here. I don't know. It looks like they have made their way through, yeah, bit of traffic.
Brian Anderson. Agent Blonde.
Yeah, looks like 20-something seconds into their lap, we will have one more lap after this. So I will stay on board with Ian Wheeler so we can see what's going on with Kelvin in front here. I'll let you know if it pops off, if there's something more interesting to watch.
Oh yeah, because Brian Anderson is right behind, looking to overtake him, and he does, overtaking Matt Higgs. But he's struggling, nearly going into Matt Higgs, but actually Matt just takes more bumpage. Oh, and he goes right off into the grass. Oh, trying to keep things clean, but unfortunately not. That's definitely gonna compromise a little bit between the, I guess.
And that was Kelvin and Ian Wheeler that we just saw go by there in the shot.
It's sneaking
so, clear track for Kelvin Lau. He is running some good luck here as we head to our final lap. Looks like Ian was able to close the gap a tiny bit. Oh, sorry, guy man person fighting Joel Moffitt there.
And Smith on Mastillo, similarly. Oh, Eric Boardman defending against Krochik. Krochik gets the inside of him on turn 2. And job secured by turn 3. Amperson and Moffitt still racing. We're on the final corner of the second to last lap for them. Got one more go at it.
All right, one more turn to go for Kelvin Lau. With Ian Wheeler trailing him, it looks like he is gonna get around there nice and easy. Bring it back down towards the pit wall. And that is another race win for Kelvin Lau. Ian Wheeler in second place, yes. Wilson there in third. I don't think we talked about Wilson at all this race.
No, he had a very quiet race. Did his job.
Very quiet. You gotta watch for the quiet ones.
Oh yeah, they're silent but deadly.
Landon Dreby's getting a celebratory spin, and Matt Anastasi crosses the line for our first place in the silver division. But the race is still on. We got a couple of folks still fighting for position. Got Smith only 2/10 behind Mastillo, and Guy Manperson and Moffitt going side by side in the final lap, and in fact sending Moffitt off. Let's see the replay of this from his perspective. And it'll be this corner, and he just drives them off. They touch, and yeah, he can't steer. I'm sure the stewards will be looking at that later.
Looks like Guy Manperson just gave back that position to Mofat.
Looks
Good
like
sportsman.
it, yes. And that is going to conclude race 5 of season 9 around Brands Hatch. I hope y'all had as much fun watching as we had it commentating it. And if you give us a minute, we will get some of our top finishers in here for our typical interviews. When you write these down, Kelvin Lau, Wilson, and Dreby's, right?
Yep.
And Anastasi for silver.
Lau, Wheeler, and Wilson.
Wheeler and Wilson, thank you.
And Anastasi
for silver.
Anastasi for silver, yes.
Find them. While y'all do, I gotta give a huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favorite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. And Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. And To-Go Setups, premium esports setups for everyone. Use our affiliate link in our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Now, have we found the people taking the drive to the next level?
Yes, we have our race winner, Kelvin Lau, ready to join us here.
Get him in here.
Kelvin.
Hello,
well
sir.
done, my man.
Back-to-back race win. How you feeling, man?
Oh fuck, that was oh sorry, I'm sorry for swearing.
It
We
happens.
spend countless hours every week preparing for a.
I already said that.
All right, I dedicate
You've
that
already
to
got it.
Ryan. Yeah, that was such a tough race. That was CJ's race. Damn, I feel so bad seeing him just spun around in sector 2. But that's Brand's. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I remember last time we raced here, I did the same thing, and so yeah, it sucks to see him go out like that. But Ian, on the other hand, he was keeping me so honest. And I think there was something wrong with my setup. It felt super different than what I had used to, what I was doing in practice. So I don't really know what was going on there, but either way, congrats to all the people that finished the race. That was tough.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw it a lot on the broadcast. You dip 2 tires, usually 2 left tires there on the grass, and you're going for a little bit of a ride. So, yeah, kind of like I said, if they're going to hand it to you on a plate, you better take it. So, well done.
Yeah, gotta capitalize. But yeah, gotta feel bad for CJ there. And I feel like every time I pulled a little gap on Ian, he was just. I thought the Hondas were good in sector 1. He was rapid in sector 1 coming down the hill. But yeah, it's hard to pass once you're up front, and a couple of sketchy moments with traffic, but we all survived.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the pit cycle there. You had over a second, maybe a second and a half lead. You guys pitted within a lap of one another, and then it got down pretty quickly. Did you hit some traffic, or do you know what happened there?
I think I had a really bad in lap. I was fidgeting around with my fuel because I wasn't confident that I set the right amount of fuel to for the pit stop. I actually ended up with 10 laps of extra fuel.
Oh
So
my
I
goodness.
was like 20. I was like 20 liters up for my second stint. So yeah, I was just fidgeting with stuff, and at Brands you can't be doing that because
Gotta focus.
No
yeah,
times
you
for
don't have
anything.
anywhere to do it.
Can't even take a drink
So,
of water
yeah.
crossing the
You
start
literally
finish line.
just get the
Straight.
6 seconds at the main straight.
Exactly.
That's it.
You're trying to upshift while trying to reach for your water. It's like not working. Let alone trying to like get the pit stuff done. But yeah, I kind of screwed that one up, and luckily, I think Ian must have been stuck behind traffic on his outlap. Otherwise, I think he would have been past me.
All right. Well, hey, well done, man. I'll tee you up here. Any shout outs? Your teammate Brandon Chan did finish P2 in the silver class.
Yeah, yo, congrats to Brandon. I know he didn't practice. So yeah, shout out
Don't
to
expose
him.
him like that.
Oh, but he didn't. I mean, he still did good, right? You're saying P2 in class?
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to him, and obviously shout out to Madhouse, Jeff Strangler, my boss.
Well done. You're doing us proud, my man.
I love you guys, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. See you next time.
See y'all later.
Why don't we answer that question and figure out what happened with Ian Wheeler about his outlap? Ian Wheeler, welcome to the booth. Congratulations on the P2. How you feeling?
Hey everybody, I'm feeling pretty good about this race. How are you all doing tonight?
Fantastic.
Great.
Good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching the alternate pit strategy play out this week. We noticed around the pit time, you definitely caught up to Kelvin there. Tell us how that went.
Yeah, so I felt really good about my pit stop. I actually felt like I was pitting too early, but look, Kelvin deserved the win. I mean, CJ was even faster, but unfortunately he had his spin. And then after that, Kelvin he was better than me at this track, so I'm really happy for him that he won today. And I knew before the pit stop that I was like, I'm not going to catch this guy, and even if I do, I don't think he's going to make a mistake enough for me to squeeze by him. And so I figured my only shot was to try to pit, and maybe the undercut worked, and I guess it kind of did. I think it gave me like a second on him, but it wasn't enough. The car felt great after the pit. It felt really alive. It took him a couple of laps to warm up his tires and get back into the rhythm of things, and then once he did, that was it.
Yeah, definitely a well-run race. Well-run race. I'm Elmer Fudd here. A well-run race from you guys. Yeah, it was great. He opened up a bit of a gap. You were able to bring it down, and it looks like you guys were fighting some traffic there towards the end. So, I mean, tell us your thoughts. How do you feel about the way the pits was set up this week? More interesting, more fun race?
I honestly love this. I think mandatory tires and fuel really help the cars come back alive, and we can be a little bit more aggressive. Instead of the splash and dash, right? I find that towards about halfway through a race, I'm starting to think to myself, okay, I think that this is where I'm going to end up, right? Unless I have a different strategy involved. And usually it's the same old thing. If you're out in front, you want to pit as late as possible. Maybe an undercut works for you, depending on the situation. But this, it felt feistier towards the middle of it, and I didn't really feel like I was just acquiescing to second place until about maybe the last 8 minutes, and I really knew that I wasn't going to catch up to him. So I hope we do more of this. Honestly, I think I like the idea of having different pit stops. I like that the league does this. I hope to see the 25-second mandatory stay, though. I think it offers a lot more variability, and it keeps things interesting.
Glad to hear it.
I agree with you.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you in D1 next season, and this time I'll actually be ready for it, Spangler.
Absolutely, man.
Listen, man, congratulations on the P2. And just FYI, at least ignoring drop races, Champion Motorsports Team Mercules. Correct me, is it Mercules?
Mercules. Yep.
Mercules is on top of the team standings. So congratulations and good luck. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, now who is next?
He's been languishing in the cooldown room, but I do have Matt Anastasi for us.
Failed from the cooldown room.
Oh no.
Oh.
Simply drag him straight in. Matt Anastasi, P3. Congratulations. How you feeling?
What's up, guys? I'm feeling good. Super, super happy.
Wait a minute.
Oh, sorry for stranding you in the cooldown room.
Did Matt Anastasi get P3?
No.
No. He's our silver.
He won silver. Excuse me.
We talked to our silver winner, don't we? Yeah, I think so.
I've got my wires crossed. Congratulations on the division win.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Big points. Tell us about how the race went for you. It seems like you were mostly staring down gold drivers. You were out on your own as far as division goes.
Yeah, man. I was super nervous for this. My practice race was a nightmare, and just put in the practice. I knew, well, I didn't really know where my pace needed to be, but I knew I had to be consistent. And I held it together throughout this race. Both my stints were solid. Yeah, super stoked. I don't really know. It's kind of blanking out right now.
Yeah, I mean, Brance is a handful. Even
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
after my races, I'm just drained.
Yeah, me as
a
well.
lot going on. There's no time to rest. A bit of a blackout there for you, but yeah, well done, well run race. It looks like you had some silver drivers catching the air for a little bit, but I think in the end you had quite a gap. So I know I kind of talked about this a little bit during the broadcast. It's a racing driver's instinct to want to pass everybody, but I mean, were you thinking about your silver lead? Were you more concerned of that versus maybe battling some of these gold drivers?
No, it's funny you say that, because I had to keep reminding myself I have my own race here and not to get greedy and try and overtake golds. So I was just trying to keep the pace, and obviously if someone slipped up, I was going to go for it. But I was reminding myself of that throughout the entire race. I knew I was getting caught by some of the silver drivers in the back, but I also knew like my second stint had to be solid. And I don't know, man. My setup felt great. Tires were in the window. Everything was on point.
Awesome.
Nothing better. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, I got my mojo back, dude. After Valencia and this race, the start of the season was so rough. I'm feeling good now, though.
That's good. That's good.
How you feeling about Zoldar?
Oh, whoa. No, go ahead.
Zoldar. Honestly, I can't even recall the track right now. I don't even know what it is.
We'll remind you when you go to practice.
Yes, sir.
As he was asking,
gains.
sorry, do you have any shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Shout outs to my teammate Landon Dreves, rounding out the top 5 with me there. Big shout out to Kelvin Lau, because in my practice earlier, he told me, he said, Matt, you're going to get top 5 today. And I was like, man, I'll be happy with top 10. So he called it.
Oh,
big shout out to him. And always got to shout out my brother, Johnny Aaron D3.
Good to go.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Matt. Good luck to you. I hope we see you next time.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right, and I believe last up we have is P3 for gold, right?
Yep, Andrew Wilson. He's ready to go.
In here.
All right.
Hey, Andrew, welcome to the booth. Congratulations on the P3 for gold and overall.
Hey, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Why don't you tell us a bit about the race from your perspective? Anything particularly exciting about it that maybe we didn't catch? Because we honestly didn't catch you fighting anybody.
No, it was. I wanted to stay with Ian and Kevin there up front, but just after the pit stop, I just got a little sloppy for a little bit, and then I had a moment on the second to last corner, almost wrecked, but saved it and just kind of was stuck there 3-4 seconds behind for the rest of the race.
Hey, not a bad place to be when you end up on the podium. But yeah,
absolutely.
I don't think we mentioned your name maybe once the whole race, but sometimes that's the best place to be. If nobody's talking about you, things are probably going pretty well.
Yeah, just a nice, quiet race, really.
Not what you would expect around brands, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, it was interesting. It's it feels like a roller coaster for the most part, but yeah, it's oddly quiet.
Well, since there wasn't too much to speak about this week, what about next week? Have you been putting in the time for Zoldar practice?
Not yet, but I've got another league race tomorrow at Zolder, so I'll get a little bit of a head start, hopefully. And
perfect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think hopefully it'll work out well.
That's the way to do it.
Anybody you want to shout out?
That is juicy intel for next week. I'm glad you
Yeah, I'll shout out. Yeah, same car actually. So
right.
it'll hopefully that'll work out well. But yeah, shout out to Josh, my teammate in Champion Motorsports.
Shout out Josh, and best luck to both of y'all next week.
Thank you, guys.
See you then. That's the last thing on my ticket for tonight. Y'all want to share anything? Maybe upcoming events? Current stuff that I forget the details of?
No, I've got nothing. Are
we racing all around Bathurst soon?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that endurance race. Yeah.
Next week. Next Saturday.
Gosh, is it next week? Holy cow.
Yep.
Time is flying.
It really is, though.
So if you want to participate, you go find yourself a teammate soon and register soon because time's ticking down. That's besides practice.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the SRA's second birthday celebration. So, 12 hours around Bathurst. I can't think of a better way to celebrate. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, yeah.
And I will be there.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for this moment for ages to do 12 hours of Bathurst. Like, this is perfect.
This is going to be like the race of the year.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Can't wait for it. It's going to be a good one. I love that.
I'm super excited. A endurance race at Bathurst has been on my bucket list for quite a while, so I can't wait.
And if you can't either and you want to be a part of it, go check out our website, join our Discord, join the community, and meet us out on track. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.